Yo, this is SoulDrum86 bringing you another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the DC Mcfarlane Batman and Robin figures. I have been excited for these figures for quite some time now. I a long time ago when DC Mcfarlane figures first started to come out, I was under the impression that we were going to get these a lot sooner. So I don't know if like through production they just started coming up with other things to make and stuff got pushed back because there were actually supposed to be the Batman Forever figures first. Now these were leaks, so things happen. It is what it is. But I remember a couple YouTubers covering it. Like it was just they didn't have any images. It was just plans for what McFarlane had coming out, and Batman Forever was actually supposed to be first. And then, fast forward to now, they ended up doing the Batman six pack where it had all of the movie actors, as Batman in their respective movies. And then now it looks like we're going to get the single releases to a lot of those figures, which I'm happy about. Now, funny thing about this, I was really excited to get this, and I'm happy how they turned out. I look, spoiler alert, I like these figures a lot. Dare I say I love these figures, and I will get into that. These figures are dope. So I have been looking forward to these figures for some time now. And again, look, I don't, I mean, I do have on Blu-ray all of the Batman movies. Like Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. They all came in it's like a 4-pack Blu-ray thing. And yeah, like look, nostalgia and the little kid version of me loves this movie. Like trying to watch them now, no, I don't think they really hold up too much, but I dug them as a kid, man. Not something that I'm really into now. I think I still like the first two a lot with Keaton, and I favor Batman Forever over Batman and Robin. Regardless, I still did want these action figures. I thought these were really cool. As a matter of fact, hold on just a second. I got to get some figs for comparison purposes. So later in this video, I will be comparing all of the movie Batman figures that I have. So in terms of the McFarlane stuff, not from any other company, just all McFarlane Batman movie stuff, I will be comparing. So but I like these figures, man, a lot. This is a Build-A-Figure wave. It is to build Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. So we got the arms for Mr. Freeze right here. And we got the legs. And then we got the ice effects that you can put on Batman and Robin. So that's cool. I'm not really too concerned with these. I'm not going to use them. I'm not going to use them. And then they come with, of course, they each come with the trading card. It's pretty cool. Just your typical McFarlane stuff, man. But I do dig these figures. Now, what's interesting, let's look at Robin first. I did like Chris O'Donnell Robin. His suit, this is cool because he looks like Nightwing. That's actually pretty awesome. I do like his suit better from Batman Forever. And yes, they do have the nipples on the costume. Joel Schumacher, good old Joel Schumacher doing the whole nipples on the costume thing. But, it is what it is. It was an odd choice. Whatever. But regardless of the nipples on the costume, I think it looks dope. Again, it's like a Nightwing / like Robin look. I thought it was pretty interesting for them to do. Even back then as a kid, I thought it was pretty interesting for them to make Robin's costume like this and not just kind of maybe tweak his costume from Batman Forever. Again, I do want to say that I love that costume. I think it's dope. Like even the mask is like Nightwing's here because his mask did not look like that in Batman Forever. It looked more like your typical Robin mask. But overall, I think this is dope. I think it's cool to have an updated version of these. I'll go into my local record exchange and I still see a lot of the old, I think Kenner was the company that made these figures back then. I still see the original Chris O'Donnell and uh like the old George Clooney and Val Kilmer figures. But yeah, I just think that it's awesome to have an updated version. Once they said McFarlane was gonna do like comic book stuff, TV stuff, and movie stuff, I had hoped for this because I definitely wanted these figures represented in my collection. So I am not mad at these at all. Articulation wise, I think they work. Uh, Again, this Robin is cool. His articulation is off the chain. It's the typical art. It's typical articulation. He doesn't have like anything new, but nothing is messed up on the figure. Nothing's messed up. I dig it. I dig it. He's bobbing and weaving. Bobbing and weaving. But I dig this, man. I really do. I really, really do. Face scan is off the chain too. Looks like Chris O'Donnell. I think that looks really cool. I can't be mad at this, man. I really can't. I cannot be mad at this. Listen. I know it's fun to diss these old Batman movies. Trust me. I've had my fun with them too. But look, nostalgia is a hell of a drug, man. Hey, I will say this. As cheesy as these movies were, like, especially Forever and Batman and Robin, like Batman Returns and Batman are still like really solid movies. It's kind of hard to like, pick those apart and find a bunch of issues. But as cheesy as Batman and Robin was, and Batman Forever, there's still like, I don't know, they got like a charm to them. There's a charm to the movies, man. I don't know. I mean, I dig them lately more than I've dug the Marvel stuff. It's kind of crazy. Like a lot of the DC movies that have been coming out, except for Aquaman 2, did not like that. Besides Aquaman 2, I've liked a lot of the DC movies. I did not like Suicide Squad. And I'm talking about James Gunn Suicide Squad. Didn't like it. Both Suicide Squad movies are like, but in my opinion, didn't like Aquaman, but I like Blue Beetle. I like The Flash. I like Shazam too. Blue Beetle is probably my favorite that has come out over those movies. I thought Blue Beetle was good. But yeah, I like this, man. I like this Robin. It's really not much else to really. Now, in the movie, when they had them changing into the costume, they had to show oddly the belt shot. They hooking the belt, and then they had to show the butt shot. I don't know why. And then they had to show the nipples. Weird choices. There was some weird choices. I'll admit. I will admit it. Robin, you stay in the back. And then we got your boy, George Clooney. George Clooney as Batman. Now, these face scans are phenomenal, man. Look just like George Clooney. Like you can, even though he has his cowl on, you see George Clooney all through the mask, which is actually just like super impressive. It is super impressive. I thought it was weird that like his Batman had an all black costume. Like there was no yellow anywhere. That was a weird choice, but he still looked cool. Like if there's anything that I liked about George Clooney's Batman was he looked cool. Like the suit was cool, but it was just it was different. It was just all black, and I don't know. But the cowl looks good in figure form. The ears look good. Like the bat ears on it look pretty sick. I like it. I dig it, man. His articulation is good as well. Doesn't have loose joints of any kind. These pieces right here really do float around on these guys, though, when you start to move it around. But it's not it's not terrible. Like he does have some really oop, he really does kick high, which is nice. He kicks he kicks really high. For a lot of Mcfarlane figures, even though he has this floaty piece, their articulation typically doesn't even get this high sometimes. Like it does, but then it starts to feel a little weird. This is actually like smooth. It definitely feels like it's meant to be that way. Like oddly enough, the Michael Keaton Batman that comes with the Batmobile doesn't move that easy. It doesn't. You almost feel like it's gonna break, but it doesn't move as smooth. Except, if you unless you change this cape, Clooney's not fitting in that Batmobile. he's just not. Mr. Clooney is not fitting in that Batmobile without a change of cape. It's got to change it to a cloth cape. But I like this a lot. Now, let me real quick. This is one of the reasons why I passed on that 6-pack of Batman figures. Because you know that they're going to come out with the Batman Forever set. Probably like a build. I don't know if it'll be a build to anybody. I think it'll be Batman, Robin, Two-Face, and Riddler. Jim Carrey's Riddler. But anyways, let's get the Michael Keaton Batman in here. And if you look, it looks like he is shorter. Because Michael Keaton was not tall. And it looks like, yeah, George Clooney is a taller fig. By just a little bit. Which is really cool scaling on the part of Mcfarlane. Nice. And then we got my personal favorite, Mr. Ben Affleck. I thought Ben Affleck did great in the role. It's one of my favorites as Batman. I say it's like Michael Keaton is classic. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of people love Michael Keaton as Batman, but before Ben Affleck, it was Keaton number one. I'm sorry. I know it might be unpopular to some, but just saying, it's Ben, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, and then George Clooney. George Clooney is last. And then I forgot Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson did a good job, and then Christian Bale did a good job too. Well, that voice. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at I'm gonna leave it at the other ones, man. Wow. Okay. Wow. So they didn't like my ranking either. So that's what happened. They made them pass out. They didn't like the ranking. Oh, I will say this. The worst Batman figure, movie-wise, I mean this wholeheartedly, is your boy Robert Pattinson Batman. This figure sucks. Are the details there? Absolutely. And I think I did a review on this where I think initially I liked it. I think I was really hyped off of getting ready to see the movie at the time. Oh my goodness, George. George. What you doing, man? But I think I was really hype about seeing the movie at the time. And so I was like, you know what? This looks good because it did at the time. It really did. This figure did not look so bad to me. And again, it's accurate. The details are there. So that's not the issue. But maybe I feel like it could have been smaller. It feels like it's a little too bulky. And I also just, it's not my favorite Batman costume of all the Batman costumes. The one that they had Robert Pattinson wear, I was just not a fan of. I just didn't dig it. I'm sorry. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. It just it's too much. I feel like it's too much. That's just me. Yeah. Ugh. But these figures are dope, man. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I I personally can't wait until we get a Batman Forever Robin. I prefer that costume over this one, even though I do like this one. Regardless of how I feel about the movies, I think a lot of people ended up getting these figs, uh, regardless of how they felt. Um, these just look cool. Oh, another nice touch is the cape. I do like the sculpting of the cape. When capes are sculpted like this, I don't mind that they're not soft goods. And also because of these old movies when they had like the leather capes, this kind of they gave it a nice little feel to it. It doesn't, don't get me wrong, it doesn't feel leather, but it's different. They made it this material to kind of mimic how the capes and like the suits material was in the movie, which I think is a really cool touch. Like that was one of the first things that I noticed about the figure was like, wow, this cape, um, it feels like they're trying to mimic like it's leather. Like I was like, that's pretty slick. Because if you look like the Justice League Ben Affleck Batman, like this material is different. It's like it's not, it's different. You know what I mean? It feels different. Um, the same with the other capes. None of the other capes feel like the way George Clooney's cape feels. I like that. I just thought that was a pretty cool touch. Something that I didn't notice in the movie, maybe I didn't pay attention. Maybe it was something that you really couldn't see because in these Batman movies, there's a lot of dark scenes because it's Batman. He does all his stuff at nighttime. There's no daytime scenes. But I never noticed the boots until this action figure. I never noticed the boots with the bat sign on there, the bat logo. Same with Robin. I never noticed that. He fell again. I'm about to end this video because he keep falling. I'm about to end this video anyway, but stop falling, man. But yeah, I never noticed that little bit of detail right there. So it was actually kind of cool to see something that I had never noticed before watching the movie. Seeing that little detail was actually really nice. So thought it was cool. I thought that was cool. Um, but yeah, man, I like these figs. If you want to check these out yourself, I would definitely grab them. They're at a good price. They're like pretty much at the store price on Amazon. I got them on Amazon for like 25 because these are Build-A-Figure. A Build-A-Figure wave for Mcfarlane cost you like $24.99. So it's not bad. It's not a bad deal. I was gonna get these at Toy Kingdom, where I didn't have to order them. I could have just got them there, but Toy Kingdom, some of their stuff, not everything, but a lot of their stuff. And I don't even know if any of you guys have a Toy Kingdom in your area. It's almost like a Toys R Us spot. You guys probably have heard of it before. It's been around for like I think 10 years, the guy said, but uh some stuff is priced the right way. Other stuff is not. like like everything is marked up. So it's kind of tough to it's a tough place to shop when you know that you can get it for cheaper. I did get my Black Manta from Toy Kingdom, and that was $24.99, which is on par of what they normally cost. So I was like, okay. I was like, I'll get this. But yeah. Yeah, it's just hard to bite the bullet on some of the other stuff, man. Like there's certain figures that are 30, but you get it there, it's like $36 or more. And I'm like, ooh, that's rough. That is rough. But let's take another look at Batman and Robin close up. Got the bat nipples. These are good figures, man. Like these are seriously some really good figs. Um, you can really see McFarlane is getting better with a lot of stuff. And I love movie figs, man. Like the vast majority of my collection is based off of like some type of like movie, whether it's RoboCop, Terminator, Avatar, uh, the Marvel stuff, Turtles, the 90s Turtles movies and all of that stuff. Like I love it, man. Got comic book stuff too, but I love the movie figs. But yeah, anyways, man, I'm not gonna keep you guys. Um, Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I got some more stuff coming, review wise. I got a lot of wrestling stuff coming, like a lot of wrestling stuff. So be on the lookout for that. A lot of those wrestling videos might be like 2 wrestlers per fig. I don't really think I'm going to be highlighting one character in a lot of them. I think a lot of them will be kind of like one of those double dose videos like this. Like this was a twofer. This was a 2-for-1 right here. It didn't make any sense to separate Batman and Robin in a video. It's like you got to do both of them. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching, man. Until next time, this is Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.